There is no tank in history that has a cult following like the Tiger one, so in this video we are going through the history and development of the Tiger, and we are going to compare and contrast two Tigers from two different games, i.e. War Thunder and World of Tanks, to see which is better when it comes to performance, and to see what the cult of the Varibu is all about. Development of German heavy tanks can be traced back to 1937, but the Tiger one is a product of sudden encounters with Soviet T-34s and KV-1 tanks after Operation Barbarossa, the invasion of the Soviet Union in 1941, even though the tank were known about prior to the invasion. But as always, German Chief of Staff arrogance would come back to bite them in the ass for it, and caused a rushed development for a heavy tank program to outclass the T-34 and KV-1 tanks as quickly as possible, which means for anyone who knows anything about product development, means there's going to be massive teething issues in the field, and the poor crews will have to suffer with, because a group of bureaucrats need new thing now, instead of when it's ready. So what are the specifications for the new heavy tank program? Glad you asked. The specifications are: the tank needed to have at least 100 millimeters of frontal armor and 60 millimeters on the sides and rear, and house a 88 millimeter gun with 92 rounds of main gun ammo and weigh 58 tons. These were the specifications wanted in the new heavy tank, and thus the VK4501H was born. The VK production prototype was underway by January 3, 1942. With the first dispatch of the VK hull from Krupp to Henschel. This was followed by the first turret fitted with the 88mm KWK-36, 4 days later on the 15th of April. Hull number 1 and turret number 1 matted together to create the first vehicle with just 5 days to spare. Engineers and technicians worked around the clock. The prototype was finished and sent to the testing grounds to be shown to Hitler on his birthday on April 20th. But the rush to put parts from lighter vehicles together had created a host of problems for the prototype, such as clutches slipping, radiators overheating, and improper brake adjustments. Despite these problems, the VK4501H was selected for production over the rival VK4501P. Even before testing had begun, 200 VK4501H vehicles were ordered in April 1942, followed by 124 more in August, even after the first disappointing demonstration. Despite the serious problems found during testing, the need for such a heavy tank, illustrated by the encounters with T-34s and KV tanks following the invasion of the Soviet Union, outweighed the problem which needed to be resolved and was put into production by the end of 1942. From 1942 to 1944, 1,338 Tigers were built despite the Allied bombing. Overall production of the Tiger I would be stopped by the introduction of the Tiger II. Overall, the Tiger I surpassed its production goals with a peak of 104 and 100 tanks in April and May of 1944, with the last 6 Tigers rolling off the production line in August 1944. The Tiger was both simple and complex to manufacture, the use of large, flat plates for the body, maximizing the available internal volume, but also made production simpler by avoiding a lot of the machining associated with large castings or more complex shapes. Even so, production still took 14 days from start to finish for a single tank, despite being delivered from Henschel's plant at Kassel, coming pre-welded by Krupp or Dortmund Herder Hüttenverein, as Henschel lacked the equipment for welding or forming heavy armor on the hull and turret. They were prepared by Wegmann Wagenfabrik AG and moved to Henschel for fitting to the tanks. The Tiger was powered by the HL210 in early production runs and produced 650 horsepower at 3,000 RPMs. Due to the weight of the Tiger, the engine had reliability problems of the motor, and the maximum performance could not be achieved, and was replaced by the HL230 Maybach, which is the engine that we all know now. The HL230 is the same engine put into the 89-ton Tiger II. The Tiger's primary armament consisted of the 88mm KWK-36 gun in the turret. The 88 was derived from the Flak 18 and 36 guns and delivered similar ballistic performance. The first discussion over the use of the 88 in the Tiger came in May 1941 from Hitler, while considering the 75mm Waffe 0725 tapered bore gun, but with tungsten being a strategic material, this was abandoned as an idea in July 1941. The Rheinmetall 75mm KWK L70 was still being considered as an alternative, but in May 1941, WOT 6 issued a contract for a redesign of the Henschel's VK to take a turret with the 88 gun and for improved armor protection required. In July 1941, Krupp was awarded the contract for 3 turrets completed for the VK4501P program to be sent to Henschel to be mounted on the VK4502H. Minor changes had to be made to accommodate the new turret, heavier turret, and 88mm gun, included changes from electric turret drive to hydraulic drive new linkages, sight mounts, stowage fan ventilation, and the platform. The first 88mm gun had been inspected, test-fired, and approved in January 1942. It was combined with the TZF-9B 2.5x magnification binocular telescope for the gunner. This was later replaced by the cheaper, but just as good TZF-9B binocular sight. Now, with the history and development of the Tiger out of the way, we can now get to the comparison of the two games. We will start with World of Tanks first. In World of Tanks and War Thunder, there are 2 different Tigers. The early H1 and E versions, we are going to be looking at the H1 version, as that is the one I outlined with the history and development segments. For this reason, I will be using Tiger 131 instead of the Tech Tree Tiger, as that one is the E version and not the H. The easiest way to tell the difference is the Commander Coppola is different from the Tech Tree and Tiger 131. Now, when it comes to stats, the Tigers from both games are for the most part equal. Besides ammo that you can have access to in World of Tanks, you have only 3 shell types AP, APCR, HE, while in War Thunder you have 4 shells AP, second AP shell with more HE filler and less pen a heat shell, and last but not least HE for the overpressure goodness.
Oh my god.
Get the fuck out of here, trash.
Faggot.
Oh my god!
Hey Mario.
Okay.
I'm about to blow.
Gotcha, bitch.
Howdy, bitch.
How do I feel right now? Annoyed. I'm trying to get the War Thunder section of my video done for the past, like, 2 days, and it's just been no. So the part's like you have to do live commentary, and it's like I don't want to do live commentary. Because I don't talk a lot. That was the same guy, too. They did the same thing with the M48. In the German tree. They wanted to bring it down to 6.7, and everyone's like, no, why? And I think I remember it was like over like the stock run because it had APCRs and stock ammunition, which APCR is dog shit. What happened to my ground? What do you think? What soundbite do you think's playing right now? That's the sound mod I'm using currently. I'm currently using Epic Thunder. So I'm waiting on the update for it so that I can fix some of the issues. Okay, why did you just stop? There was nothing there. I'm trying to remember. I think it was... Is one of the Chinese PTs doesn't have an engine sound. Like, I was one of the people that was in the Discord that paid like the $10 a month, but once it got released for free, it was like, all right, I don't need it no more.
Fuck you!
Okay.
Emotional damage.
What do I use? I use Filmora. There's someone. I mean, they have a free version. I just paid the 70 or whatever, $75 just to have the full version of it. I hear someone.
This shit ain't nothing to me, man.
Thank you, Jim, for subbing. I thought I was angled enough. I was not. Yeah. There we go. Nowhere to be found, as always, because, you know, typical German teams are garbage. What the fuck are you doing here? Country do I think has the best tanks? Answer is, I don't know, because each nation has their strengths and weaknesses. It's kind of hard to say which country has the best tanks, because it's just, what are you looking for? You looking for speed? You looking for armor? You looking for survivability? Hello, I'm not having fun. I've just been getting up tiers for the past like 2 hours, and I'm getting like pissed off about it. I'm done. Alright, I've had enough. I've been trying to get footage for over 2 hours. This clearly isn't working. The matchmaker is fucking being retarded with the constant up-tiering. I've had enough. Yeah, I mean, it is good if you know how to angle. It doesn't help when you go, when you're constantly getting up-tiered to 6, 7, and everything either has heat, or it can just blow right through you when you're angled anyways. 2 days ago, I was having a fun time playing at either 5, 7 or slightly above to like 6.3, and then now it's just like, oh, we're gonna throw you up at fucking 7.0, and it's like, oh, yeah, oh, that's fantastic. So you know what? If the matchmaker wants to be like this today, that's fine. I can fucking do this again. I don't know why he thought backing out like that was a good idea. That's unfortunate. should have leaded a little bit more and shot a little earlier. We found him. I was really like concerned. I did not know where he went. I assumed he was gonna go searching for me after I shot him. Okay.
Personally, I think the cult of the Variboos is overrated these tanks. The Tiger H in War Thunder is okay. It's not the best tank at its battle rating after the up tier to 5.7 from 5.3, but it's not the worst, being up tiered to 6.7 and 7.0. When it comes to Tiger 131 at tier 6 and 7, it can hold its own. But at tier 8, it's just extra XP for everyone else, and might it well quit the match, as most tanks have so much frontal armor that gold rounds do nothing beside waste credits thanks to power creep and overpowered tanks like BZ-1-76. Let me know in the comments below, do you think the Variboos are right or wrong about the Tiger H? And let me know what games Tiger is better and why.